Good morning. Good morning. So I'm here at ID Dunedin, and I thought that seeing as I can't be with you live in the studio today, what I'd do is give you a little bit of a tour around the backstage. So we're right here at the entrance to the catwalk, and most of the night I spend my time standing right here, just putting the final touches on the models before they walk out onto the catwalk. We have a huge line of models who line up down here, all with their hair done, and hopefully if my team's done their job well, then they look hot. The models come in all through this area here and they get dressed. They're all assigned designers, outfits, dresses, people to put their shoes on, tie their belts. How good would that be every morning in your wardrobe, eh? And somehow they make sense of all the chaos. So there's not really any truth to the in between the ears things with the models. Back over here is the makeup area. There's more designers lined up over here. The makeup girls all get in over here and they start working on the models at about around 3 in the afternoon for a 7 o'clock show. Now, I just have to say, the generators are going next door, there's people everywhere, it's noisy, so I hope you can hear me. I'm going to try and speak up for you. Now, there's lots of girls sitting around waiting. One of the things that we say in the fashion world, particularly at shows, is hurry up and wait. There's heaps of it. The girls sit around and they just eat. That's why they look so good. Now, my team over here is in the corner doing the hair. We'll just make our way past the people in the hubbub. I have today a team of 13 hairdressers. They've come from all over the country, from Auckland, Hamilton, Te Awamutu, Dunedin, Christchurch, and there might even be one or two from lovely windy old Wellywood. Now, what they've done is turned up at about 1:30. I gave them a quick run through of the 4 looks that we're going to do, primarily about curls. We did a briefing, we had a practice session on some dollies. I can't see any of the mannequins sitting around at the moment, but we practice on long human hair mannequins. So the guys get the looks down pat. They're all assigned team leaders that they can go and talk to, because often I'm busy way over the other side of the room, and they just go to it and create wonderful hair. So the looks that we're creating, we can see here, one of the girls is doing this beautiful disheveled curl. Last week I showed you a way of creating this romantic bohemian curl, a really simple way that you could do it yourself at home. And this is exactly what we did a couple of weeks ago at New York Fashion Week for the Diane von Furstenberg show. It's a little bit more tricky the way we do it, because we've got time and we've got 2 pairs of hands and the luxury of our heads that we're working on not being attached to our shoulders, of course. The second look that we're doing tonight is more curls. The girls are being set on hot tongs, kind of like an old-fashioned hot roller set. And then after that, it's all brushed through, twisted up into a little bit of a French plait, and twisted into a really beautiful, relaxed chignon. I guess you'd call it a chignon. It's a bun, a twist, whatever you want to call it. After they come back at interval, once they've done their walk down the catwalk, the world's longest catwalk, I think it's the world's longest catwalk, maybe the world's second longest catwalk, the girls walk back. At the interval, their hair is undone, and then they're going to be tipped upside down, have their hair shaken through and sprayed with some workforce hairspray, and have the curl encouraged, and they'll come back out with beautiful, big, floaty curls. One of the ways that we set up our team for the whole backstage setup is that we write up these big flip charts. So the guys here, obviously, you can see that there's lots and lots of models. We've got 60 models in total and 14 hairdressers, so it could be pretty confusing. We put all the models' names on a list. The guys then tick them off when they turn off and tick them off again when they're done. There's also a very specific step-by-step instructions on how to create the looks. For example, what we're calling the DVF-S wave. The guys split the hair into 3 sections, spray some fabricate onto that, put a little bit of heat with the hairdryer on it, and it's from the Urban Experiment range. They spray this into the hair, iron it straight, and then they brush it out, and it makes the hair float and look, I guess a cotton texture is the texture that we're talking about here. You can see that there's quite a lot of glamour going on here with these curls. There's steam, there's sizzling. When they're ironing the hair over here, you can see that the product's really doing its job, sizzling and carrying on. Now, here's one girl just about finished. I'll grab my brush, give her a quick brush through. Just don't go anywhere, honey. This is my job, pretty easy. These guys do all the work and I just take the glory, a bit like a winger on the football field. And there you are, she's done. So that's a big thumbs up for curls, eh? Last week, if you remember, I showed you a really easy way to create bohemian curls yourself at home. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to show you some other ways to create different curl looks and different easy hair ups. What does it mean for you, all of this fashion stuff, for you at home? Well, I think what's important is that you take the essence of the show, and for tonight's show, the essence is femininity, it's light, floaty kind of feel, and you pare it down to something that works for your hair, because at the end of the day, the best hairstyle is something that you love and makes you feel good.
Oh, thank you so much, Richard. And in fact, you were saying the look now is bedroom hair.
It's very tussled, very like what Richard was doing, and a little bit messy, which is great for those of us with not a lot of time.
Brilliant.
And wasn't it great? That's so unusual to get a backstage peek and to see what's actually happening behind the scenes, because it is amazing what they can produce back there. It's incredible. They did a great job.
Great job. Thank you so much for that, Richard.